Hey, what's up everybody? This is C.L.S. All-in-One. In today's video, I will show you how to convert a center console lid into a wireless charging dock for only $20 in a 2014 GMC Sierra Denali truck with a center console like this one here. This console already features a place to hold your phone on the top, and it has a USB port located on the inside, which is what I'll be using for the wireless charging power source. And here's a quick preview of a test showing the wireless charging working. And something I would like to mention is that this will only work for phones that are small enough to fit fully inside the holder, such as this Samsung Galaxy S20 FE. And here's a look at the wireless charging pad I will be using, made by Anker. I chose this one because it has a really slim design, and I've had good luck with this brand as well. Now, even though this one is very thin, I still had to take it apart to make the parts fit inside the console lid, and I'll show that here in just a few. So I will start off here with removing the rubber pad on the top, and that just pulls right off. Then I'll use a T15 torque head bit to remove the plastic tray that's located underneath. And now I'll use a plastic pry bar to pop off the bottom side of the console lid. This has about 10 metal clips that secures this in place, so you're going to have to use this pry bar and work your way around the bottom of this lid to get this to pop loose. Then the top half of the console lid can be removed after unscrewing the 4 Phillips screws located on the bottom side. Next, with the front of the console lid facing me, I will drill a 1/2-inch hole in the back left corner of the opening for the plastic tray. Now, located on the bottom of the wireless charger is going to be some rubber feet pads that can be removed, and this exposes some small Phillips screws that need to be unscrewed so we can access the wireless charger components on the inside. And these parts were also secured with some double-sided tape, so I did have to use a small flat blade screwdriver to get these to pop loose. And here's a look at where I'm going to be mounting this wireless charger on the bottom side of the plastic tray, just like this. But first I need to clean this area with a little bit of rubbing alcohol because I will be using some Gorilla Tape to mount this to the bottom side of the plastic tray. Alternatively, you could also use some double-sided tape and mount this to the plastic tray opening instead, but I chose to do it this way because I want the wireless charger to be as close as possible to the bottom side of this plastic tray. That way I have the best chances for the wireless charging to work properly. Now it's time to route the USB cable for the wireless charger through the hole I drilled earlier on the console lid. And since the components of this wireless charger are mounted flush with the bottom side of the plastic tray, I also had to cut off some of the sheathing off the end of the USB cable, that way it sits flush as well. Now it's time to go ahead and test fit this tray with the wireless charger attached and make sure it fits inside the opening properly. And it looks like it does, so I'll go ahead and secure this with the T15 screws. Then this top rubber mat can be installed, but to get this to sit flush, I did have to trim a little bit of this back foot that goes inside the hole on the plastic tray. Now it's time to go ahead and test this out before we mount this back in the truck. So I'll go ahead and plug the other end of the USB cable into a power source and see if this works. And it looks like it's working good, although I do have to kind of keep this pressed towards the back for it to make contact with the wireless charger, but that's not really an issue. So it's now time to secure the top of the console lid inside my truck with the 4 Phillips screws. Then I'll route the USB cable towards the left hinge and secure it towards the top of the hinge with a small zip tie. Then route the excess cable that's not needed inside this opening right here. Then plug the other end of the USB cable into this port right here. And something I would like to mention is that this USB port may not exist with some models, so you might have to install your own USB port on the inside here for this to work. Now the bottom half of the console lid can be clipped back in position, and while doing this you want to make sure the wire is clear of all the clips so it doesn't get smashed. Then you want to make sure the console lid can open and close without an issue. And once everything is back together, it's time for a final test. So I'm going to grab my phone and make sure this is working, and it looks like it's working great. So in the future, as long as this charger continues to work as it should, I will eventually go ahead and hardwire the USB power underneath the console box to hide all the wires. And when I do that, I'll try to make a follow-up video for that as well. Okay, it's now time for me to go. If you liked this video, if you could, hit that like button and please subscribe. And have yourself a great day, and I'll see you next time.